Let's go to work. As barbers, we cut hair and fade all day. This podcast goes beyond the barber's chair and is about the rest of our story, positioning ourselves for success, avoiding costly mistakes, and continuing to grow and thrive as barbers for years to come. Join us as we look at the whole world of barbering and go beyond the barber's chair. In this episode, we talk about carpal tunnel. What is it? How does it happen? How to avoid it? And how to treat it? We hear, as barbers, we hear carpal tunnel, that term used. As barbers, we hear the term carpal tunnel used a lot. Now let's break it down. I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to let Dr. Quentre Shannon from Legacy Chiropractic take over. We keep hearing carpal tunnel. Now, in barber school, yes, we study anatomy. Yes, we know there's 206 bones in the skeleton. Why we have to know that's cut hair, I have no idea. I think it's just because the says so. Hey, well, I got to tell you, right? I mean, go figure. But so we go into what the bones are, and none of us can remember exactly what they are unless we're like in school mode all the time. But
Right.
can you go into carpal tunnel, what it is, how it affects us, why it affects us, and ways to prevent that?
Yeah. So with carpal tunnel, a lot of times that's a positional thing where it causes it. And what I mean by that is and this is in general with anything that may come up with the body. But with carpal tunnel, again, it's more so a positional thing where you have the wrist in a compromised position, and it could lead to the nerve being pinched, which could cause carpal tunnel. So I'm saying the wrist, but really with carpal tunnel, it can happen with the wrist, it can happen with the elbow or with the shoulder. And that's more so just the position of the wrist, elbow, or shoulder that's putting pressure on the nerve. And with that, the nerve it runs from the base of the bottom of the neck all the way down to the hands and wrists. So even though with carpal tunnel is the main focus is usually the wrist, it could be something going on up the chain, like I said, with the elbow or the shoulder or even the neck that's putting pressure on the nerve where you're experiencing that carpal tunnel.
What does carpal tunnel feel like?
So a lot of times it's just numbness and tingling. Those are the biggest ones that people will say that they notice with the carpal tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest thing is the numbness and tingling in the hand and wrist area.
So is this like a permanent thing? Is it temporary?
A lot of times it's more so temporary, but I say that loosely, and the reason why is because it could be severe enough where people do notice it on a consistent basis. And the reason why I'm saying it's not necessarily a permanent thing, not that it could not be, but the reason why I'm saying it's not a permanent thing is because usually people will go seek some type of treatment for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, chiropractic can help with it. I know people have went and sought massage therapy as a form of treatment. But a lot of times what people will do is they'll go to a medical doctor, and if it's severe enough to that point, they will go ahead and throw surgery on the table, and they'll get a surgery for it.
And I guess if they're getting surgery for carpal tunnel, they're going to be out of action for a while.
Absolutely. And a lot of times with the surgery for carpal tunnel is not necessary. There's other options that's there that could definitely resolve the issue.
Mm-hmm.
But with some people, again, like I said, they may go to a particular doctor where they throw that on the table and they don't really explore other options, and they just go with it and get the surgery done. But I mean, there's definitely other options there that could resolve carpal tunnel without you even having to go to surgery. Stretching can help. It can help to alleviate the symptoms. It's not going to get rid of it, but it can help to alleviate symptoms with stretching. Like I said, more so chiropractic. Like I said, I've heard massage therapy working as well, but with chiropractic is actually and I'm not saying this just because I'm a chiropractor, but I mean with us being chiropractors, we work on the nervous system. We work with the nerves. So with carpal tunnel essentially being a nerve issue, that's why chiropractic is a good option.
That's it for today's episode of Beyond the Barber's Chair. I put links for my guests and for anything we discussed in the description. I hope you got something great and that it helps you as a barber and in life. If you like the podcast, I hope that you will tell a friend about it and subscribe so that you don't miss any upcoming shows. I'll see you next time as we go beyond the barber's chair.